Let's bring in Stephen Galilee, the New South Wales Mineral Council CEO. Stephen, tell us what this price cap will do to the coal being used in New South Wales and Queensland to generate electricity.
Well, we'll wait to see the details, Chris. It probably won't have a big impact on the price of electricity that our households are paying. We hope that the commercial impact on our producers is going to be minimal, and some credit should go to the New South Wales government for, my understanding is making sure that the interests of New South Wales taxpayers and jobs in New South Wales are being protected here, while also seeking to do their part in relation to contributing to the National Energy Plan.
Wouldn't
the detail?
Yeah, so wouldn't the coal being sold into generators in both states now be on long-term contracts and therefore not affected by a price cap?
In most cases, that's right, Chris. And I understand that there will be, hopefully, some kind of allowance made for the difference between the contracts that are in place now and the cap that's going to be imposed, because otherwise there's going to be some significant distortions in the domestic coal market that may have some unintended consequences. But ultimately, a coal price cap is not going to make a big difference on energy prices, and people need to understand that what's being discussed and agreed today is not going to reduce their power bills. It might just reduce the rate of increase in the future, because the fundamental issues aren't being addressed, and that is a lack of generation in our electricity grid at times of high demand, and that's being made more problematic by the withdrawal of coal-fired power from our grid before renewable energy is ready. We want the transition to be managed properly. We want power bills to come down. But if you take generation capacity out of the grid before adequate supply is there to replace it, you're going to have a shortage of electricity supply, and that's going to keep driving prices up. So caps on coal, caps on gas, all of these things are good for politicians to talk about. Rebates may have some kind of short-term impact on people's power bills, but the fundamentals are still not being addressed.
Well, I would have thought putting a price cap on coal would suggest that they want coal-fired generation, so they want people to burn more coal, whereas I thought their whole intention was to force coal out of the energy grid.
Well, some of these people have been cheering the exit of coal from our grid for years, and now they've suddenly realised they don't have enough of it and they want more of it. And they're trying to guarantee supply of coal, because apparently now it's a big factor in our power bills. But the reality is different. The price of coal being supplied to our generators in New South Wales is already very low. They're going to put a cap on it, which is going to have an impact on some contracts. Hopefully they're going to compensate those that have those commercial arrangements in place, because to do otherwise would send very significant sovereign risk issues. We should also not forget that all of these market interventions, whether it's coal or gas, send very bad signals about our role and our reputation as a place to invest, not just in New South Wales, but in Australia. And if people aren't investing, if companies aren't investing in new supply, whether it be coal or gas or renewables or hydrogen or whatever it might be in the future, because of the willingness of governments to make these interventions in the market, then we're not going to have the supply of energy that we need, and that is just going to keep driving prices up.
Yeah, we've got to get some certainty going forward sometime. Thanks for joining us, Stephen. I appreciate it. Stephen Galilee there from the New South Wales Minerals Council. The government needs to work out, do they love coal or do they hate it? Because they're playing both sides of that coin at the moment.